You've now got this theatre group, haven't you, up in the northeast? That's your start.
Yeah, what Coastal did, I mean, when I started out as
Coastal's your production company.
Coastal Productions make Wire in the Blood, and we produced 32 hours of drama for ITV. But when I was a young lad, I was a member of a lovely drama group in Backworth, a little pit village in the northeast, and I was fortunate enough to work alongside people who'd worked and survived in the industry long term, and learnt a lot from them, and understood, and was an avenue into the business. Because a question I'm asked all the time, and I'm sure you guys are, is where did you start? How did you get into this thing? So what Coastal's done, we've created a youth theatre, and we have 200 members. When we announced that we were going to have this youth theatre, nearly 2,000 kids and older people turned up.
You had to choose 200 from that.
You had to choose 200. So, you know, and you get the pushy parent with the kids dressed up in the white dress and the tap shoes giving But, no, and, you know, you just spot the gems in that. And it's not a fame school.
No.
It's a confidence-building thing. Yeah. And we try and encourage people to be interested in lighting and sound and makeup. Sure. And we're very pleased to say that a lot of those kids have gone on to work in, and I don't mean that in a patronising way, but have gone on to work in full-time in the industry and really enjoying it and surviving.
And you have adults there too, don't you?
Yes, we have the live wires.
The live wires.
Over 55s.
If you're interested.
Yeah. And there's a lovely story, because they do ask me, you know, can you give me any tips on what it's like to do acting, and, you know, can you give me any advice? And the one thing I always say, I can't teach acting. You can't teach anyone to act, I believe. You can't prepare them for this feeling of like a first night in the theatre where you are about to die inside. You've just got to get through that, you know. And this lady was doing a monologue. It was a talking head piece to the audience, and she was doing really well until a water tank above her head burst and just flooded the whole stage. Can't help you with that one, love. You're on your own, kid. But no, I mean, it's important, because my mother and father and a lot of people who I respect always said it's very important to invest in people. I think it's a really good thing to do, because the rewards, what we have in life, of course there's financial rewards, investment in anybody, but there are emotional rewards. Because, you know, I'm now looking back on a life, what I'm trying to say here, instead of a career. Yeah, yeah.
But would that kind of disaster, or what's the worst things ever happened to you on stage?
It wasn't, well, I've died many a time on stage, but I played many parts. I played Jesus at York Theatre Royal, and it was a disaster from the word go. But on the opening night, Victor Lewis Smith, you know Victor Lewis Smith, he was there on the opening night, and his crit went, "Robson Green plays Jesus." I don't know what Robson Green was playing at, but it was hard to believe anyone would follow him across the stage, let alone Israel. But what happened that night was I fell off the cross. Yeah, it was... history was changed, yeah. It was all 13th century rhyming couplets, and there's this beautiful, I mean, it was a beautiful script. I just murdered it. But it was there on the cross going, "Father, thou art well, I never meant to miss, in word nor work I never were worth this." Well, the thing was, because there was 300 in the cast, the thing was, they kept acting. Saying, "Is there a doctor in the house? We're losing the scene." But it was an experience.